Lynchburg, Virginia, home to the Liberty Flames. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Liberty Flames. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hokies will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the Liberty Flames offense will be first on the attack.
Okay, break. Out, 55.
The give to the tailback. Got the first down. Looking for more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wide receiver going in motion. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Flames want to pick up the tempo. With jet sweep pass. Past the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
And the Flames are on the move. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the option. Here's the handoff. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Okay, ready?
The Flames with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
The RPO, it's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And the Flames kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give on the option. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Ready,
the Flames in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Cricket.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion, They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
The Hokies offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. This time it's complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Hokies in the hurry-up. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
Looking to find the throw. The short hands. It's Welch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Bought a little time, lets it go. The short hands, it's Welch. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 30. Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
This drive will open from the 15. They'll go to the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Okay,
And the Flames now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
Well, the offense staying aggressive. They've had success all game long. They just came away with a big play.
Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Found the spot in the defense. Still moving at the 40. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. That is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter.
On the
They've
set.
got a first down here to open the period.
Igloo.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Flames want to move quickly. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Ready.
They've
set.
hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal.
Cut,
Quarterback
cut, cut.
making checks.
Ready.
They'll move the wide receiver.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wade. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's begin on what's going on in a big one in the American. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. They're trailing by just 4 to Army. We'll circle back. Something big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it just in time.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on 1st down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
Gives it on the option. At the 15, Hoops gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. And the Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got his man downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
The Hokies moving quickly to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Part of the Hokies' DNA to rely on that ground game, sort of like a Kevin Jones type guy.
No doubt, and I think it's always what's made these offenses go. Like the running game, the versatility of the running game, but you got to have that bell cow that you can hand it off to establish it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. To the air on 2nd down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It's a draw. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Spins away from the defense.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offense...
There he goes! To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shields. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right foot. Nice job.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6.
29 Philly to Bateman.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Liberty! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse. And this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll return it from the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. With the catch, it's Shields. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down. And the Flames are in the hurry-up. To the air on first down.
You got to give the O-line.
Turning it on. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
Okay, ready?
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield very late in the half. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Makes the grab, and he's wrestled to the ground. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half. Here now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Lynchburg. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
on the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the Hokies want to crank the tempo. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Ready,
Now facing a 3rd and long.
pound 55 weak.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Flames will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
The Hokies buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
27 jump. Base 27 jump. Ready, go.
Back to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10.
22 water.
Caught in the backfield is Sexton. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it. It still didn't pick up much. He leaves it with his back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Hokies will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short. They'll ride the running back here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. Finds us back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain here. Still a bit short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. The give out of the gun. Gets it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him in the flat. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Cooler, cooler, cooler.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown play. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. But what about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing across. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over Army. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards, down at the 13.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
They'll run the screen. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And the Flames have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Powers through the defender. Across the 25, he's got room. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still
just plowing ahead. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Liberty! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdown.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious, he's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That's the end of the period. Liberty is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Connection to the right. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Hokies are facing 3rd and inches. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He'll sneak it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. We just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, and if you're wondering why this offense hasn't scored in this game, it's plays like that. Not only have they not been able to execute running or throwing the football, they've had penalty problems, but it's turnovers as well. And here in the fourth quarter, ball security coming back to bite this offense, giving that one up.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. The give to the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Flames! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute. You've got to lock in.
Keeping himself. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
There he goes. Open it up. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. This field position better than you could ever hope for. 1st and goal from the 8. The Flames with a big opportunity to take this sudden change and make it sudden points. The option look. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Flames racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll ride his man on the option. Power football with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Liberty. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space.
On the ball.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs. Or
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Hokies line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Wants to bring it back. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's had a day, 103 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
Ready,
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit.
Looking downfield on first down. Swings it out to the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Zings it complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
The Flames will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Gives it on the option. Makes a man miss. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking.
Breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Here we go.
The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball downfield. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.